Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm Ketakii, this is Shaye, and together we created this quilt called That's Enough Now. The model in the quilt, her name is Richie, and she's a dear friend of ours, and we asked her if she would come and dress up in princess dresses. She was very keen, and her mum was behind it, and the slogan was said to me by a friend whose daughter was having a bit of a meltdown, not knowing what to wear one day, and her mum turned to her and said that, "Darling, your cuteness is the least interesting thing about you." And I just think, as the mother of two daughters who are now teenagers, it's so often that we focus on that, especially for girls, what they look like, what they wear. And so this was, our reason for creating this piece.
I think I am also a mother of two girls. I think Ketakii and I have a lot in common in lots of ways, and I think that's why we've always worked so well collaboratively. We just, like last week, we were doing something and Ket turned it, it's like a perpetual game of keepy uppy. We just constantly keep each other up.
Here's one, keep it up. A bit like that.
So it's just consistently like that, and when one of us is a bit tired, the other carries the weight, and then we constantly swap. And I'm constantly just really proud of how we work together. Humans, so many layers, but we fit together. But so this particular day, I think the way Ket takes photographs is really special, that we hold everything really lightly. We just have a loose plan of, if we get Richie and we've got this idea, like she's so incredibly cute as well. But having this dress we actually brought in for her mum to wear, which we did get a few great photos of Mary wearing that. But right at the end, she's like, "I want to wear that one," and it was so giant on her that we literally had to carry her into place. And she was just like she was so happy to have this ridiculously giant princess skirt on. But then watching how quickly that changed, I think that's where that became the magic moment for us. And she's like, "I've had enough now. That's enough."
She actually even said, "That's enough now."
Yeah, that was.
And we're like, "Okay, we got it." Yes.
So should I talk about so a lot of our work is based on photography as well. Ket's main discipline is photography. So we've printed a digital photograph onto this canvas. The canvas that we use is called Eco Drill. It's 70% recycled cotton and 30% organic cotton. So that's a really big focus for us, always making sure that we're doing things as ethically as possible. So quilted with, this was just scrap calico that was given to us. So it's printed digitally onto this fabric, and then if you come up closer you can see I've quilted over the top of it just on the lines of the image, so we intentionally kept it really simple. Just trying to pick up the texture and the patterns in the skirt, and then did the hand embroidery over the top.
Well, thank you. This is part of a bigger project called Keep the Women Busy So They Don't Get Too Angry, which we exhibited at Noosa Regional Gallery for a collaborative show called Known Associates. And that title came about from, it was an embroidery workshop at the BWell Library, and we met every Sunday for 4 weeks, and one of them said, "Well, it's lucky they're keeping us busy because we might be out on the streets getting angry." So we wrote that down, and it was our way, Shaye being a textile artist, a seamstress. Often women's work is very much overlooked. It's not considered fine art. It's not looked at as fine art. It's not included in galleries or collections, and so we wanted to really highlight the notion that it takes a lot of skill and a lot of time to learn these techniques and to bring it into gallery spaces and make it contemporary as well. So that was a big part of what we did here.
Has anybody got any questions for us? Yeah.
Hi. So I love this work. It's one of my favourites in the show. There's so many layers on it because it is considered women's work. And then the idea of beauty as being the perceived first thing that only women are required. And then that once you've got that, you can really do anything. But in fact, it's all the things that sit inside you that makes you the important person you are in the world. And so for me, it's so many sub discussions happening within this work, which is what makes it such a powerful work. So thank you so much. It's been a joy to have it on the walk.
Thank you.
I really have. I look at it and talk to it every time I come into
Oh,
the space. She's such a presence unto herself as well.
And if you
now that
meet
she's
her, she
really
actually
pissed off.
really is. Like, she's just like, when she's over it, she's over
And I
it.
have a daughter. I have a daughter who's a teenager as well. So it is an angst, particularly I think for parents about, and it's the women. It's about women also sometimes. With children, and we just know. Because of the domestic violence that is happening around the world, and particularly in our country at the moment. We have this fear for our daughters.
Absolutely.
And so it's a really powerful work in many ways.
Thank you.
I think it's a profound work. I've written a lot on gender and dress history, and with women and women's bodies, which are always the expression of a culture. You know, if you look at women's bodies across the world, some are covered completely, some are not. And so it's always fascinating that it reflects the culture. But what fascinates me about this is, yes, this little girl, what you said, when she first put that on, there's some very brilliant psychologists who've written about fashion history. J.C. Flugel is one of them, German. 19th century, the psychology of clothes. And you said that when she put that on, the joy, that's an extension of her energy made material in that dress. And after a while, clearly, she got fed up. And by the way, it doesn't work keeping us from being angry.
No, it
We're
doesn't.
busy and angry. Are we not, ladies?
Busy and angry. That's our next series. Busy and angry.
We can be busy and angry. But it's just fabulous because of all those things. It comes together in a beautiful way, an amazingly good layered way.
I think that's what we try to do constantly with our work, is create a sense of playfulness.
Yeah.
So to disarm you. So you look at first, oh, it's really cute. Oh.
This is quite good.
Congratulations on a really good work.
Thank you.
Okay, design. So take away from that, composition and design wise, I'm just interested in why your words, you've chosen to keep them very subtle and fine, like very fine embroidery, and is interesting for me because you don't know it, and then you've got all the words there, and so you come close. Is that, was it?
Yeah, it was definitely intentional. Yeah. And just keeping with the softness of it, and I think the idea of a young girl in a princess dress has this real soft connotation.
Isn't she?
Oh.
That
That idea
that
of
second thought.
Oh, actually, what are they saying with that?
And giving people a chance to realise that bias that so many of us have, that was our first idea when we saw it.
Yes.
Definitely.
And we're not allowed to shout too often.
Yeah.
So are you two collaborating continually? You're now
Yeah, our lives are collaborations now. We're fully entwined. Okay. Are we working on something? We have got a few grant applications in, and we'd like to do more in the sustainable fashion arena and bring more awareness to it, because it is a massive problem here on the coast, around the world. And I think we can bring our own flair and sense of fun to that, to just help people realise what's happening.
Yeah, we just had our second slow fashion conversation, so that actually grew from last year's, which was really exciting because the first year was part of our exhibition, so we had a lot of momentum with people coming to our events. But this year it was completely standalone, and we'd actually sold more tickets and had more engagement, which was super exciting. We've committed to run that yearly in April. But like Kat said, our artistic lives are so entwined. We do both have separate projects continually as well, but we share the space. At Second Space, we have a long-term residency there. We've managed to stay there for quite a while now, and we just excite each other. We just constantly have ideas and go, oh, what about this? And our skill sets match really well, and
I was very pleased to see that slow art is one of the options in TAFE fashion courses
Yeah.
here in Maroochydore. I saw,
that's
and
exciting.
there's the Wearable Art Festival,
Yeah.
which reuses recycled materials.
Yeah.
Not really that new, but but it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So do you go in those places? Do you collaborate at all with things like that?
Not really.
We haven't as yet, but there's definitely, we have discussions with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't as yet. I guess we're focused on our own. A lot of work to make an outfit for the run.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get more excited to make clothes that maybe we can also wear.
Yeah.
Just all around.
Yeah.
Which is actually that's how Kat and I started. So we're both mums of younger children, and Kat is this incredible photographer, and I was sewing clothes, and we just started to do. Kat would take photos of the clothes I'd sewn. In exchange, me sewing clothes for her also.
Nice.
Yeah, so
fantastic.
it really just started as this kind of Instagram game where we just liked taking photos and making interesting clothing.
Yeah, which I think is the underpinning of our collaboration is fun. Just make it fun and joyful and
and if we can get messages
authentic.
across that we're passionate about within that, then that's really exciting for us too.
I see us making more quilts with the Keep the Women Busy exhibition. We had 3 quilts. So there was this one, another 2 metre tall one of the back of a lady naked with a sword, which was the Keep the Women Busy so they don't get too angry one, and then another one of a woman's lactating breast, which we then embroidered with beads, the little milk droplets coming down. And so I'd like to flesh that out, for want of a better word, with a few more quilts and create our own full quilt show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This sounds wonderful.
I'd love to see it with a quilt shop.
Yeah. So maybe we'll hit up the Namble show. Jamie?
Yeah.
Just a practical question about printing onto quilts or canvases or fabric. How do you have that happen?
It's really, really simple.
Really
There's
easy.
lots of
Printing houses.
places you can do it. We really love this particular business we use is in Melbourne. They're really aligned with our ethics, and they're a really beautiful family team that we work with.
Yeah.
They offer just a few really sustainable options. So it's called Next Day Print. I'll give you all the details about that if you're interested. But basically we just send them, these ones are a little bit more because they're such big files that we have to send them. So normally we don't use sometimes we do. Big one was challenging. But we printed a lot with them for
the coat project.
our Namble Sunshine Coat coats.
And you use an airdrop for a very large file like that with them?
You
put
mail
your image
drop,
by
like a
computer,
WeTransfer.
they've got and they receive it.
Yeah, you can. But they have a really great interface that you can use for smaller files.
I think, I love recommending them for that reason. I feel like it's really user-friendly for anyone who's just getting into it because you can kind of see what you're printing, see all the fabrics you can choose from and the widths of them. It makes it really simple for printing on demand. And you can order as small as 1 metre. So my daughter's
little samples.
Yeah, the samples are great, little mini quilts. My daughter's 13th birthday's in a few weeks and she wanted a backpack, so she's designed her own fabric and I'm going to sew that up into a backpack for her really soon. This week.
This afternoon, like
Okay.
Can I ask about the coats? Well, no, it's not the same question, but what happened to them all?
Very good question. We're actually
They are
meeting
still
with someone tomorrow to start the discussions of them helping us to sell the coats to a collection.
So the collection, which included photography that went with each coat as well.
Yeah.
Incredible photography.
Yeah, there's 17 coats in total, and originally when we had the exhibition we thought we would sell them on the night there. We didn't know how much for, we had no idea. Lots of people said they would want to buy them and thought they were the price that was on the photographs, and I had to say no, sorry, that's like, I thought that was a bit cheap.
And I think that's the thing, that's where our, feelings about fashion coming in fast fashion, that people aren't used to spending thousands of dollars on a coat.
Yeah.
The time and energy that went into them, the collaborations we had with community to create them.
They're still in our studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
We had thoughts about hooking up with museums and galleries Queensland and maybe touring them. But we spent 18 months working on it, and then we just went hard, and then we had a few things come after it, Floating Land, and then the Noosa show, and then we all just went a bit like...
So they're
there.
hibernating.
So if you want to help us, anybody, we'll gladly take some...
I think that's probably the level you need to be pitching them at.
Yeah.
Because they're conceptual, they're very,
Yeah, and we had the best response from that exhibition. It's what started all of these opportunities we've had since, and given us that real vote of confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really cool.
We were just looking at our impact statement last week, and I think we had like nearly 4,500 people through the doors in that 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's been the most attended
incredible
ever at the old ambulance station.
It
Like,
just created a feeling in the community that people
Yeah.
just responded to.
Oh, that would be cool.
Just trying to pick where. You put it on the bushels as well, like this
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
So cool.
Will you be participating in any of the open studio programs?
We haven't signed up for it this year, but our studio is always open if you want to come and visit.
Yeah, we would happily organise something for people to come and look at. Maybe that's what we should do.
We're
We're in
in
Nambour.
Nambour.
The studio's in Nambour, yeah.
It's all happening in Nambour.
If we do
Nambour's
something like
very
that, we'll
exciting.
tell Jo and she can pass it on to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's nearly 12. Have we got any more questions? It is an amazing work, so thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
So-
Thank you.
Yeah.